Duchess Meghan's podcast is returned following a hiatus all through the mourning period for Queen Elizabeth II. In a new episode of Archetypes with comic Margarita and journalist Lisa Ling, the Duchess of Sussex discusses the cultural diversity she grew up round in Los Angeles and admits she did not see the racism that exists in the back of certain Asian stereotypes until some years ago. Commenting on the memories in her podcast, a shut source to Meghan has claimed that the actress doesn't hold out with people, she researched them. So she ends up with paper doll ideas of the humans she meets. The latest podcast is the clear proof for that argument. It can be considered from the script that most of the story she told from her experiences was once composed and carefully edited by PR group before being surpassed to Meghan, so that she learns via heart. That's why when she recounts her experiences and the locations she goes and the people she meets, the way she recounts it is very bizarre. Actually, it's incredibly sensory, but now not in a narrative way. She makes lists of items she eats to make the journey sound richer. However, it's no longer absolutely richer. When she recounts a story, she always claims how vivid the idea photograph nonetheless is. She tells stories like Amber Heard did they sound like a film script, some parts too exact and others bizarrely vague. She additionally claims the whole lot that has happened to her is a large part, massive phase of her life. Who she's influences, not the entirety others performed, is a big deal. Most are historical past noise. What her podcast has proven is that she has the depth of a kiddie pool. She alluded to being a trailblazer and having a deep, complex personality. It's delusional. She has purely absorbed the characteristics of people she likes, looks up and admires, and she wants to emulate them. She barely scratches the floor and then dips out. That's why she continually comes throughout as vapid and fake. We do not recognize why she has to relate each and every single subject matter to herself and her personal life. Why cannot she simply interview human beings who actually have existence, experience and information that relates to the subject being discussed? We certainly experience embarrassed for her that she noted one Asian buddy ingesting Asian food and visiting a Korean spa to attempt to tie this problem returned to her own life. We have been additionally annoyed because she forayed into the Asian dragon lady trope, which is fine. However, if you do, you need to know what you are speaking about. The references to 220 12-month-old movies have been a low-cost shot, and Lucy Liu has been adamant that her portrayal in Kill Bill wasn't perpetuating the dragon female myth. If you are going to make a claim, at least factor out the nuance. Margaret Jo had completed her homework and simply knew what she was speaking about with the trope, perhaps due to the fact she has some lived experience. Meghan would do so tons higher off listening extra and speaking less. And if she is going to speak on every other race, she had better do her homework. In a nutshell, Spotify wastes money to let a human being like Meghan produce their podcast. It will lose all credibility and subscribe from hundreds of audiences around the world.